Today is Monday, so middle grade Monday. So I decided to do a little video on middle grades I read and enjoyed this year. I've read a few more that are not on this list, but yeah, as usual, I like to highlight the good stuff. And I don't even want to talk about books I didn't enjoy that much. I mean, yeah, unless it's for a tag, I'm not really going to do that. So, and it's not like I hated the book. So, unless I'm gonna make people avoid the book, I'm not gonna comment that it's not that good. And yeah, so yeah, I've read quite a few this year. I noticed, well, quite a few. I read a few. It's kind of eight or nine. So yeah, I suppose this year is not over. I could read a few more still. But yeah, so just finished Amari and a Great Game by Yui Olsen, and as I kind of expected, I love this. It's just as amazing as the first book. Highly recommend it. It's got third place in the Goodreads Choice Awards, like for middle grade. I would say it actually deserved second, or like, well, I suppose in reality it deserved first, but it didn't get that. It got third. I suppose last year it got fourth, so it's one step closer. Maybe next year it'll win. I don't know. Hopefully, but I suppose it won my heart. And yeah. And then we have Charlie Hernandez and the League of Shadows, which I just finished. This came out a few years ago. I feel like it's kind of slept upon, but yeah, I found it like randomly on a list of books with Latinx representation, and this definitely has that. It kind of reads like a Rick Riordan Presents book because it's middle grade. It's based on Latinx mythology, but it's not a Rick Riordan Presents book. I would say like if you like those books, check out this one. It's fun, lots of myths and lots of fast-paced, very scary monsters, and yeah, everything you kind of need for a good ride. And then we have Time Villains by Victor Pinheiro, which is actually one of the first reads I read this year, way back in January. And yeah, this is actually also the first in the series. This is the first in the duology. This is the first in the series. I know there's a second one. I don't know if it's going to be a third one, but yeah. And yeah, so in this one, it's kind of like he gets the main character in a moment, Javi. He gets a task from his teacher to write down 5 people from history, fictional or real, that you want to have dinner with. He does, and the 5 people come to his dinner. So like he has a magical dinner table. So of course hilarity and scariness ensues because one of them is Captain Blackbeard. So yeah, kind of scary. But he also has young Mozart and yeah, quite a fun little array of people there. And yeah, quite recommend it. Then we have the rest like these are like the physical ones. Some more that I got from the library, so I don't own them. Uh, Give me a little moment. We have, not that one. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. We have The Crooked Sixpence, which is the first in the Uncommoners. I read both The Crooked Sixpence and the second one. The second one being called, I forgot to take a picture of that one, but yeah, the second one as well. I actually read the second one in Norwegian because I couldn't find it in English, so that was a kind of fun experience, but it was a good translation, so yeah. I would say, in case you don't know, you haven't heard of this series, The Uncommoners by Jennifer Bell, I would say it's kind of like for fans of a series of unfortunate events because it's middle grade, but it's quite creepy and scary at times. And it has, yeah, scary villains and a broad story, and yeah. But I did quite enjoy it. And it kind of gives like steampunk feelings really to it. I like the claim that it's not magic; it's just kind of a difference in how things work. But like, yeah, you say it's not magic, but it's magic. It's not technology; it's magic. So it's kind of weird in that way. But yeah, I would quite recommend it. And then we have Tilly and the Map of Stars stories. So it's the third Pages and Co series, Pages and Co book by Anna James. And yeah, very much enjoyed it. In this one, they go on a fun train, and yeah, and yeah. So yeah, so kind of distracted. But yeah, they do. It's quite a fun story in that one, and I'm quite anticipating reading the fourth one, which is already out. But people love it here as well, so like all the libraries has it on out loaned. I think actually the one library close to me has it, but I suppose I just kind of forget to borrow it. I suppose might do that soon. And yeah. And then we also have the Blaze Rough games by Amparo Ortiz. This one, not quite sure if it's middle grade or teens, also maybe late middle grade, young teens, because I think the main character is 13, and I suppose that is technically a teen book, but it feels kind of more middle grade-ish. And yeah, it's a story set with like it's kind of Olympic game, but it's with dragons, and yeah, so it's quite cool concept, and it's like secret societies and secrets hidden in plain sight and stuff like that. And yeah, very much enjoyed it. And then we have Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians by Brandon Sanderson. It's our first Sanderson book. And yeah, I read it from the library, and I really very much enjoyed it. It was kind of fun, like to have librarians be evil, which I'm not evil, but yeah, it was kind of fun. Like they had like librarians be evil. It was kind of fun trope there. And I know it's a long series, and I kind of yeah, I definitely want to continue with this series. And yeah, and then also I forgot about that, but yeah, then I also have um Alice Austin lived here, which I talked about recently. I forgot the picture of that one, but yeah, Alice Austin lived here. I read the last day of November, and that's quite it's a middle grade because the characters are 12, 11, I would say. The main characters are both non-binary, and they discover that someone local to them, like a circle person, was a lesbian. So it's about representation in both history, but also like main, like in day-to-day life. And they discover that the neighbor is lesbian, so anyone can be a lesbian. Well, so I mean, it's stupid to assume that people are straight. Lots of people can be lesbians without being like, hey, lesbians in that way. And yeah, so yeah, a little short video today for you about middle grades that I enjoyed this year. And yeah, if you have any books, if you read any of these books, if you have any recommendations for me or just want to say hi, you can do that. And I'll see you soon. Bye.